Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. I am just going to dive into it. My voice is still warming up after all these hours, so let's just dive into it. Just going to apologize if my voice is just starting to like crack and make weird noises, but let's dive into your reading. I hope you guys like we just moved, so this is not my house, by the way. Everyone's confusing it. It's my boyfriend's parents' place. That's why we've moved. So I'm still working out where I want to work, but I like the natural lighting coming from here. But we'll see. Might move around still. But let's dive into it. You have the never-ending story coming up for you, Scorpio. Let's get one more. And peace, which really is about detachment. I will be honest. We'll jump straight into the reading here. The never-ending story is really being hung up, super like hyperfixating on something that is outside your control at the moment. Whether you're wanting clarity and answers, or someone, or whatever, maybe an opportunity or somebody to contact you, whatever it is in your life. This is clearly causing some distress because literally the color is draining from her. Okay, she's looking gray, she's looking frustrated, she's looking worried, she's looking in despair. So for a lot of you, detaching from whatever it is you're really hung up on, finding peace with it is going to be a major theme for you guys this week, okay? The timing of this is outside your control. This situation is out of your control. Let it go, let it be, all right? Because make peace with it. Right, this is a reconciliation card because the dove bird does have the olive branch. It's extending the olive branch. It's a phrase used for somebody reaching out for forgiveness. However, it depends on your situation. For some of you, this could be what you're worried about. And in this case, it is going to come through. But if you're waiting for it, detach from it, all right, and pull back and go live your life, make peace with it. And it does feel like that will come back to you. If it's any kind of situation like a job opportunity or just some clarity and answer that you guys are wanting, I always see this card as this bird is leaving this egg and allowing it to hatch in its own time, like making peace with it. So the fact that they came up together makes sense. It's kind of highlighting that some of you need to let go of something that you're wanting to bring to life, let go of something that you are waiting for, make peace with it. Go bring the life back into your life here and get your feelings back in check here so that you're no longer feeling feelings like frustration, and it will hatch in its own time. This will come to you. The egg has to hatch, right? But it's just like maybe not in the timing that you want it to, but there is some strong energies of forgiveness already coming up here. By the way, when we're manifesting, I feel like I've been called to say this, when we're manifesting, even if we're waiting, we're still giving out an energy of chasing, right? So if you're manifesting anything and it's frustrating you this week, it's a really big sign to actually take a little bit of a step back from it, detach from the need to have the outcome now. Believe that it will happen because it will. Just make peace with it, all right? And let it go so that it can do its own thing. All right, let's see for Scorpio this week. Goddess of the moon, you're dealing with a lot of feelings this week. This is all about your intuition is heightening as well. So if you need to trust that, but just like the moon card as well, it can represent like feelings, difficult feelings, kind of the things that are underneath the surface might be resurfacing. So old feelings could be coming back up again. And again, the peace card being right here as well. Allow yourself to let it go. The never-ending story as well could be maybe, again, these are feelings that have been resurfacing for maybe a while. All right, things that cause you frustration or maybe certain habits that have been coming up and you feel like, oh my God, this is never ending. When am I going to be moving on from this or not doing this anymore? Whatever it is, these feelings definitely coming up. And again, the same message applies here, making peace with it, making peace with this present moment, the fact that it's not happened yet, and detach from the outcome, okay? 'Cause that frustration is only really hurting ourselves. But let's see what else is coming up for you guys. Scorpio, Vanity, one more, Vanity and Quest. So Vanity comes in. So this week, something that Spirit wants you to hear is make sure that you know when enough is enough. You can always have big dreams and big goals. Never dream small, okay? out of a fear of being vain. Okay, it's not about that. Vanity really is about when you want more only because you feel like people will accept you for it, or look at you differently, or hold you to a higher standard. Do things because you want to do things, because you will feel happy, not because what you're going to do is going to make you look good. You know, that's where vanity comes in. So just make sure that we're not doing things because of that. All right. And just be aware of people around you who, you know, things are never good enough for them. They always want more and more. Just pay attention to that. You also have quest coming through, which is a reminder that you don't need to be anywhere in order to live your purpose. You're already where you need to be today. Okay, it is a little bit of like making sure that you understand that you are already on your path. Okay, you're in the right place. I say you're in the right place. I do mean that. You're exactly where you need to be today. If you want bigger things and you want to live a bigger life, that's fine. But it matters where you are today and how you're going to get there. A lot of the time we see, you know, a life, you know, when you picture your perfect life or how you want your future to look, you see it as something that's completely outside of yourself. And, oh, one day I'll have that. But you never really take the steps today to actually do it. So it's a really good time to go, okay, instead of feeling like one day it's going to happen, what can I do today to make it work? Okay, detach from the timing, detach from waiting, start making peace with it, making peace with yourself, no longer being frustrated about yourself either, Scorpio. All right, let's see. A keyword, freedom. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Some of you, that's maybe what you're wanting is freedom. But again, freedom probably from whatever is causing frustration here. Let's get you an animal spirit. The scarab beetle spirit, which is beautiful because it says magic works through you. Okay? It's not something that just comes in. A lot of you need to recognize your power and your abilities to create something for yourself. And again, it does matter what you're doing in this present moment, moving forward. By the way, you're already on track to getting what it is that you would desire. It's just about making sure that you're walking towards it, not waiting. Okay? And underneath this, you do also have the Freedom is Yours card, which makes sense. All right, let's dive into your reading, my lovely Scorpios. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Oh, God, what is this? I didn't even see this. This is kind of like, I didn't even see this flip over. The Chariot and the Ten of Swords. This is leaving an old life behind completely. The Ten of Swords is like an ending, a very difficult, painful ending, betrayal maybe, or just something that was very difficult to go through and experience. The Chariot is about moving on and leaving that life behind. So maybe some of you need to really let go officially of something that is over. Move on, chase your dreams. All right, if you do want clarity, or if you do want maybe forgiveness, or maybe want it to come back around or understand why something happened, I do feel like it's by making peace with the situation and moving forward, it's likely that in the future it will happen. But waiting for it probably is, you're only delaying yourself. But you do have this is a card of clarity. All right. And at times forgiveness too. It's about releasing and letting go. So this is definitely a theme for you guys. I'll put it out here. All right, let's see. Please, Spirit, for Scorpios. So your thing here is to kind of completely leave something behind. It doesn't serve you anymore. These feelings, these emotions, these memories, it doesn't serve you anymore. And I feel like you're just getting up and changing your complete surroundings, maybe moving somewhere. Leaving an old life behind to chase a dream. The Chariot chases the star. All right, let's see. The Knight of Swords. All right. The Queen of Wands. And the Hierophant. Some of you definitely could have felt betrayal in a relationship in the past. The Tower. Sorry, I'm just pulling it out here. Ace of Wands in your future position is beautiful. Six of Wands in your future position is beautiful. And so is the sun. Okay, everything's gonna be okay, guys. Everything's gonna be fine. But clearly in the moment, you are still dealing with that past story, but you are moving forward. So I want you to kind of pay attention to what you're focusing on. The chariot's not looking behind him, he's looking in front of him. And so are the things that are gonna take him there. So for a lot of you, if you don't have a goal, it's a really good time to think about what it is that you want, get clear on it, and go after it. All right, so the Knight of Swords is a mixture of things, right? Sometimes this can be an incoming message, all right? It could be some communication. It could be about rushing forward into something. I would just say there is a warning that comes with this card to make sure that before you rush into something, make sure that you have all your facts in order, especially because we're in a Mercury retrograde. Sometimes we can make mistakes, send an email with a lot of different errors in it, or send the wrong email to the wrong person, whatever it is, or jump to conclusions without knowing all the answers. It's a communication issue here. So make sure we're not rushing forward too quickly, that we're not seeing all the information that you need to see. I do see you moving forward quickly. The Chariot is fast paced. However, the Knight of Swords is different. This is not as balanced as the Chariot. So before you rush ahead and do something on instinct, call your power back to yourself. Ask yourself, okay, do I know everything I need to before I jump to this conclusion? All right. Right, the Knight of Swords. It could again be about receiving some form of communication here. You're the Queen of Wands. You're being called this week to step into a confident side of yourself. She has a sunflower in her hand, which represents the fact that she faces the sun. She likes to stay positive. All right, she has a lot of confidence. She's a very good leader. She has very good ideas. She, again, knows her worth and knows what she brings to the table. So that's why she holds herself to a high value, because she is high value. You guys are being called to see yourself in that light. Okay, it could be somebody around you who, could be communicating with you here. The Hierophant is about potentially could be learning something. The Hierophant feels like a commitment. So whether it's a relationship, I would say be wary of committing to something too quickly. Especially with the Queen of Wands, you could have a lot of attention at this moment or be wanting it. And I would just say with that Knight of Swords, just pay attention to, I wouldn't rush any relationship at this time, or I wouldn't even rush maybe ending it either. I would say to make sure that you have everything in order. Sometimes when our feelings are overwhelming, we can just feel like I just want to cut something out, or I just want to get out of it, or I just want to just pay attention to this, okay? That kind of feeling. I feel like they need you to take a step back here. But the Hierophant here, you could be receiving some sort of information or knowledge that actually could help you to ascend. Like it feels like some sort of advice is coming your way this week, which is nice. You also have the Three of Pentacles. So working on something, building a foundation of some kind. This is a really good card to work on a plan this week, a strategy, which is nice. Building the stability of something, asking opinions of other people here. And then you have the Ace of Wands that comes after that, which is beautiful because right now you're almost building the foundation for something that is going to be really beneficial to you in the future. The Ace of Wands is passion, it's creativity, it's a new idea of creativity, of passion. Again, like maybe it's a career change that you guys are dealing with here. Eight of Swords in the middle of your spread here represents feeling quite stuck, which is basically the same as this. Feeling trapped in your circumstances. The card here is, yes, there are swords around you, meaning there are obstacles here and there are challenges that you guys are facing. But don't get stuck in your head thinking, oh my God, like there is nothing I can do, because there is. If you're only focusing on what's holding you back, then you're going to be held back. If you start focusing on what's going to move you forward, then you're going to move forward. You see, your focus is very important. So Three of Pentacles, again, some of you do need to go back to a foundation or look at building a new foundation, because this might be helpful for you, because maybe you're sensing that an old structure is coming to an end, and that makes sense with the Tower here too. The towers are falling out. It's an old structure falling apart. Could be separation. Could be the end of a marriage here or relationship. This feels more about past though. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Tower. I still feel like it's really to do with this. There is a difficult ending that you guys are still processing. But Three of Pentacles is like you're rebuilding it. But I think because you're rebuilding something, so they're showing me that there is almost like you're starting fresh. Let's say as an example, relationships, but this can be jobs as well, or a business idea, for example. It's almost like you're getting flashbacks. And, you know, last time it didn't work out. Like, I feel like you're stuck in your head thinking about this tower, maybe feeling like something's going to come crashing down because you feel like you've been here before, but it's not coming from like your intuition. It does feel like it's coming from a fear, which makes sense why the goddess of the moon is here in your reading. You know, let's say, for example, you are going into a new relationship and the moments that you're going through, not the bad things, but like, I don't know, you're getting a little bit of like worries that maybe the past is going to repeat itself. Like, that's what I'm feeling. And then you're questioning yourself, like, am I in the right place? Like, is this really meant to be? Spirit saying make peace with this. I absolutely feel like you're going to have success and victory because you have that. You have the sun card in your spread. Okay, so there is going to be happiness. A lot of sunflowers here. So again, facing happiness, facing positivity. I feel like there is a reminder here to not question yourself. You are this Queen of Wands. You are somebody who brings a lot to the table. You're very bubbly. You're very charismatic. You hold very important traits to bring success into your world. You have confidence in yourself. The Eight of Swords feels like there is some fears and worries, and your emotions might be getting the best of you here. And your circumstances feel like it's getting the best of you here. But after the Eight of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. So there is guaranteed victory here. You have a new beginning. So maybe it's a new job that you guys are going to be going into, or a new passion coming into your life, or an idea that's really going to take you someplace. And it's going to lead you towards the sun here. This combination for your future is very beautiful. It makes sense with the freedom card as well, because sun is about freedom, and we have a lot of horses here as well. So definitely being taken towards freedom. Which is great, because right now you do feel stuck. I'm going to quickly clarify the peace card. The Seven of Cups, yeah, so it's really about this feeling of worries and fears. It's kind of the same thing like we were saying and have been saying. Because you're a bit confused about an outcome, or is this the right thing? Is this even going to happen? When am I going to get clarity on a situation? That's causing you to have your guard up and feel like you're anticipating an ending. I'm going to go in and clarify some of these things. What's the Knight of Swords here for? Could definitely be some sort of apology from somebody, to be honest with you. Look at that. The Empress and the Page of Cups. Some of you, this could be like a mother and a child energy. Something could have been said that was very abrupt and very maybe rude, but it does feel like there's an apology coming in quite quickly here. It's coming from you attracting, though, and not chasing, because the Empress is not worried. She's building an abundance for herself. She loves her energy. She's not coming off that throne for anybody, and this is where it comes in here. So if you're thinking about rushing ahead and doing something, I would say to not, to allow it to come to you, because it will. The Hierophant, the Death card. So huge change coming through. Maybe when it comes down to your belief systems, traditions could be changing here. Like, this is a very traditional like it's a structure here, and like and the Death card coming through kind of looks like the Hierophant is actually even in the Death card here as well. So it kind of feels like, now the Death card is inevitable, right? There's nothing we can really do to prevent this card from happening. Just like, as you can see here, the Hierophant is almost getting in front of the horse. So maybe certain beliefs or commitments that you've had, this can sometimes even be parents too, I don't know, it feels like something that you are committed to, maybe even certain beliefs like religions, maybe even as well, were kind of preventing you from some sort of freedom, because again, we have that horse here representing your freedom and where you're supposed to go. Sorry, just bear with me, because I am really like trying to pick up on the the intuitives behind this card. He's trying to get in front of the horse to try and prevent change. That's what death card represents, is change. But the Tower comes anyway. Because the foundation of something needs to be rebuilt. You know, the Tower only really happens because the structure has been built on faulty foundations, or it's just not meant to be anymore. It's divine intervention. So the divine is intervening to create a new cycle. It does feel like it's in your favor, but maybe, you know, you're a bit worried about it. I don't know what this is. I really do wonder. But I think you're rebuilding it anyway. And it's going to be much better than before. So whether it's like a business or whether it's a relationship, you know, I don't know. I wonder how it resonates for you guys, but it definitely feels like the structure or of something in your life, very big, by the way, is changing. Interesting. And you have beautiful success in your future because of this. Very interesting. It feels very much out of your control, though. It's almost like it's happening around you, which is crazy. All right. Anyway, but what you guys need to do is, again, the Three of Pentacles. So working on your foundation here. You might see a lot crumbling around you, like people. But again, I feel like they're wanting you to work on yourself here, because that seems to be the thing that's leading you towards other things in your life. But people around you could definitely be changing. It's interesting. Right, my angels, let me know how it resonates. I'll be very interested to hear how it resonates with you guys. But anyway, I love you guys. Wish you all the best, and I will see you guys next time.